It's freezing.
It's okay.
Yeah, probably
Nice.
feels good, right?
Yeah, it does feel good.
This one.
Oh, it's OT.
All right, we're joined by Drexel head coach Amy Mallon and Kara McCormick. Coach Mallon, we'll start with you on the victory and what you liked about the way your team played.
Well, I mean, anytime first day in the tournament you win in overtime, just the way we did, I think you just have to be so proud of your group. We stepped up. We said we're better. We make each other better, and collectively we're pretty good. And I think you saw a little bit of that today. Just different people stepping up off the bench. Ariana Gravely doing what she needed to do. Just it was really nice just to see that as a whole, and especially the first day of the tournament. I always tell them it's not as much about knowing we already know what we're going to do. We've played this team before, but just stepping in and really the grittiest team and grinding away. And obviously Monmouth is a very, tough team. We battled back, but tonight just to have Kara, she had a great, she stepped in just like you expect your leaders to do and do the things down the line, saying, hey, I'm not going to, finish this way. You're going to have to do everything in my power to help this team win. And she certainly did that tonight. So very proud of Kara leading her team and leading Drexel to the win tonight.
Kara, career high 26 points. What went so well for you tonight?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I always credit good games to my teammates, always getting me open, setting screens for me. I mean, Deja was a great screener tonight. Everybody was, and always having Amaris to play with always attracts so much defense attention and really gets everyone else open. So credit to them and just finding me when I was making shots.
Question? Yeah.
Jonathan Tannenwald of the Philadelphia Inquirer. Carol, what's it like keeping your head on straight, not just when Amaris isn't shooting, but with all the lead changes back and forth late, and Monmouth having the three right at the buzzer and all that stuff, to keep it that close.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like that's been the story of our season this year, playing close games, executing down the stretch. So, I mean, I feel like that's where we're most comfortable, executing in out of bounds, sideline out of bounds, and just end of game situations. So I feel like our whole team is level-headed because we've done it so much in practice and in our past games. So, I mean, I think everyone knows what we need to do down the stretch, and we executed. So.
Rachel Prevet, Azrael Media. Monmouth got off to a 5-0 run to start overtime, and so how were you guys able to settle in and get things going, scoring points?
Yeah, just chipping away one possession at a time. I know Amy talks about it all the time, one possession at a time, and just focusing on our defense. I think our defense really keeps us in a lot of games, especially in overtime when you have 5 minutes, and they do start out on a 5-0 stretch. I mean, getting those stops are huge, and Deja with incredible blocks, and especially that last possession, it was really what we needed, and just getting stops on defense is really what helps us stay in games and get us flowing offensively.
Amy, you guys, other than Kara, didn't have three-pointers from anybody else, but 25 offensive rebounds in the game. How big was the rebounding in this game?
It was huge. If you saw our keys on the board before the game, I think that was written everywhere it could possibly be written on the board. And, it is one of those things where you don't see that often, 25 O boards on the Drexel side, but I will take it any day of the week. And, that was something we emphasized, something we talked about. And, we had 20 assists on 8 shots made, and that's Drexel basketball too. We share the ball. We look to get our teammates the ball, and I thought I was really proud of those moments, and especially just the rebounding. Again, another stat you don't see a lot: 34 points in the paint, and we definitely need to do that, especially today. We didn't technically shoot really well from the 3-point line, so seeing that, makes me happy because I feel like that's something we can continue to do and build on for the next one.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
Thanks. Amy, a big picture question. You guys were the only Big Five team to make an NCAA tournament last year, as you know well, and you might be the only one that makes it this year. And the door creaked open even a little further in the game right before yours. What is in front of you, do you think, right now over the 2 games to come?
Well, we say this all the time, and this is something in our department we talk about, be where your feet are, like right in the moment, keep the main thing, and I think just continue to focus on what we do. Obviously any opponent we're playing at this point, especially in the tournament, we know anybody can beat anybody. And obviously William and Mary, we played once this year. We won literally, same thing, got 3 foul shots that we made to win the game. So at this point, if we can stay focused, it's going to be another game that we know it's a battle. But I think if we keep focused on what we do and focus, we take it one step at a time, I think we have a shot of being successful. But we know it's going to be tough. I expect nothing less than having our seniors like Kara, Amaris, Chloe, stepping up and knowing what it's like to be at these moments. And that's certainly Kara did that today as well.
How does right now compare to last year right now?
You know, we were saying it's like you love like coming back and the experience we had last year as a team. You know, I felt like that was something that we learned so much about our program with the culture, the way we won. And I think it's always a different journey. We say that with our path, but I feel like having some of the history we've had, I think the one thing I know about my team is they're not going to give up. And I said that was a perfect example of what happened last time we played and hit the 3 foul shots with .5 left on the clock. It's not over until it's over. And I think this group, if they stick to that mentality, I think we can battle anybody that we're going to see, any opponent, including our next opponent, which we'll focus on. We'll enjoy this a little bit, but we'll obviously a quick turnaround as we focus on tomorrow's game.
I know Mike's playing now up in Providence. Did you get any text messages from anybody saying, "Hey, you're it, go get it"? You know.
I'm sorry?
He said you'd get any text messages from the other coaches saying, "Hey, you're it," you know.
You know, I think that's like one of those things where we all talk to each other. We're in touch. You know, it's one of those things that's great about being in the city of Philadelphia and how competitive we are as a group. But I haven't even checked my phone, to be honest with you. So right now, I'm sure I'll have some. But I'm always, once we are finished playing each other, we're always cheering each other on and hoping the best for each team.
And Kara, what's it mean to you to potentially get this team to if you can win these next 2 games, to get there for the second year in a row?
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously definitely hard at Holy Cross. We did back-to-back championships there, and the second time is always the toughest one. And even though I wasn't here last year, I mean, you could see it. Everyone celebrates winning against us, and everyone gives us their best shot and comes at us with intensity, and we just have to match that and focus one game at a time.
Up next, you have William and Mary, like you mentioned, and so of course you guys are going to celebrate today, but you got to move on to the next. And so, what have you seen so far from William and Mary that they do well?
Obviously, you just look at the points they scored today against a team that obviously plays pretty tough defense. So it really is going to be I feel like our defense did some really nice things today. That's always kind of like the pillar of what we do, but we know they're going to play fast. We know they have a lot of scores on their team, and on the flip side, they pick up the pressure too. So we're going to have to be able to handle their pressure. And I always tell my team we have to embrace it at this point. It can't be anything we're fearing. It's embracing and knowing we have all the tools. We said the one thing I said about maybe the way we finished the season wasn't really what we wanted, but if anything, it allowed us to look at it in our toolbox and sharpen the things that I think weren't quite ready. And it allowed us to really kind of focus in on that. So we're going to have to be really sharp tomorrow against William and Mary. Another tough team. We know it's going to be a battle. We only played once, so we're both going to be, obviously preparing as well as we can. And at this point, again, you got to show up and you got to be at your best to beat anybody right now.
Anything else? All right. Congratulations.
Great.
See you
Thank
tomorrow.
you.
Thanks, guys.